All right, so we're going to get the boring stuff out of the way, but it's the most important stuff because this is about how our money and our time is being utilized with these subscription boxes and or shopping for ourselves. So I took the liberty of how many store trips I had to make to get the items in which I'll be featuring in this video, and you'll also see inserted throughout the video different outfits that I've either purchased or considered purchasing from a subscription box. So a pro to going into the store would be things like, for anyone that has mental health or different diagnoses, or if you have a disability that prohibits or makes going into a store atmosphere challenging for you, then a subscription box would be a better way to go. If you are someone that is a little uncomfortable with your size, you may feel way more inclined to try the clothing on in the privacy of your own home alongside your accessories and other items that you have in your closet. So that is a pro to a subscription box and a pro to shopping, and not shopping in the store. Another thing I noticed is obviously commute. Our driving time. If you live somewhere that it rains a lot, if you live somewhere where it's snowing a lot, well, obviously going into an in-store setting is going to not be the ideal way of shopping. Having a box delivered to your door and allowing your mailman to struggle through all of that is far more convenient for you than you doing it yourself. Another thing that I noticed about this experience and going through this collab is you don't have to leave your house. You're getting someone that is designing and styling you specific to your shape, specific to what you're looking for. So via a trip, via you're trying to accommodate a weather condition and you're trying to update your wardrobe to suit that. Another thing we figured out in this, and I was just bouncing ideas off with my daughter, is that if you want to be celebrity inspired dressing, I like Reese Witherspoon and Khloe Kardashian. Those are people I really love their style. However, when I'm in the store, I don't really know how to pull off their looks because I don't study magazines like that. So being able to shoot an email or a corresponding message to your stylist and say, hey, try this, I want to look like this, or I got an engagement coming up, or I'm going, so I think that is another benefit to a clothing subscription box. They're going to always be on trend. So just how I just said, I personally can give two hoots about reading a whole bunch of style magazines, but your stylist has to be in the know. So what you get in your box will be the appropriate colors and patterns and flares and cuts that is on trend. So if you're someone that want to be in the game or ahead of the game, then going through a subscription box would be also beneficial to you. Some of the cons is the return policy. If you change your mind, let's say sometimes I buy the outfit but I don't really thoroughly go through it stitch for stitch, and in particular I found 40 days when I got ready to put something on, it had a little boo-boo and I didn't feel quite comfortable messaging that particular subscription company. I don't see where they list, they do, but it's a little vague. So I don't think, whereas if I bought something from Nordstrom's, I would have a much broader range in the return policy. I would either get my method of payment credited back, or I would get the exact or store credit. Subscription service is almost close to a final sale unless you catch it right at the beginning and you're able to message that before making your payment, and they can message back to you that they're going to honor whatever necessary adjustments. Wait time. I've also found where there are a lot of pieces that I wanted but it wasn't quite a good fit. 50% of the time it could be exchanged, 50% of the time it couldn't. When you're in a store, normally an item such as this that I got from Nordstrom's, you're going to have other sizes. So right then and there, if your 10 doesn't fit and you need to be in a 12 and vice versa, you're able to make those adjustments on site. Whereas with the subscription box, you got way too much, you have way too much lapse of time. So if you got something coming up, you don't have the room for the transit in the mail and back to them and them to you and so forth and so on. So I hope I covered some of those things in this first part. Benefits of shopping for yourself. Again, you would have the selection of, let's say, a jumper like this. There might be 2 or 3 other color options that you can right then and there decide I want this or that. Again, the up or down in the clothing size, you have a wider range of things that you can make immediate on-demand decisions. Another thing I thought about is the subscription boxes, receiving them in your home. You have anywhere between 3 to 7 days with those clothings. So it takes away the impulse shopping, and it takes away the it's overly excitement. Like, so when you first get it, you have downtime and all of that gets to get reduced, and so you're able to make a more educated decision about your purchase choice. Whereas in the store, you're much more inclined to pick up a whole hell of a lot more. And last but not least, your time to get there, time to go through all the racks, and just sometimes feeling completely overwhelmed and at a loss of what to do and where you're gonna go style wise. So I hope that covered it. Oh, one other key point: in stores have, when they want to get the stuff off the floor, they need to make room for the next season. Items where Stitch Fix and stuff, they got massive warehouses to just house things upon things, so they can leave stuff at a retail price point much longer than a brick and mortar store. A brick and mortar store has to maximize that floor space, so you're more inclined to find, like I did this $100 outfit, jumper rather, for $39.99, where the subscription services would keep it at its manufactured retail price and try to build in the discounts, which would still not, you would still win price wise at the store versus even with the discount applied. All right.